Hey Epic, hey Neon, how's it going, you guys? Just trying to get my phone into a good position so we can we are going to Zach ASMR. Oh man. Yeah, okay. So we are going to read this book. This is called The Shogun Chronicles by Epic Worlds PCG. Hey Charmin, hey Cold Blooding Werewolf, hey King Froggy. Yeah. So yeah, I got this book yesterday. I have not read it yet. I think so. I thought it would be cool to let you go. Dang it! How do I put this? See, I can like put it on my lap over here, but then it's kind of in my way. Um. I mean, I can just have it over here on the side. Is that? I guess that's the thing to do. All right. Wait. What's chat saying? Man, look at that beautiful book. Yeah. Right. Shogun Chronicles says Neon PCG. Yeah, I know, right? Looks so good. I agree. And it feels good too. It's all nice and smooth. All right, so let's check this out. So, dang it. This is so frustrating. This is like falling over is the problem. I want it, I know, right? I could just put it like up here behind me, but then I can't see chat. It has to be right here in front of me. Epic says I've never been more proud that book took me so many hours of grinding. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. All right, so what are we doing today? We're reading the book. We're reading the book. I'm gonna explore the book, and you guys are gonna experience my initial reactions to everything along with me. I hope that's okay with you guys. Freaking. Hey John 4, how's it going? Thanks for joining. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're putting the phone here. Okay, so we've got Shogun Chronicles version 1.0. On the back it says, a whole new world of stories, characters, and lore lies within these pages. Dive into this strange and fascinating sector of the paper computer games universe and help expand the storyline. This book is a complete guide to the Shogun sector. All stories are concluded in order. This is a beautiful, like, the white lines on the like, this is really cool. This is a really cool back to the book. Glossy, I know, right? All right, so let's dive in. With the phone, by the way, with the phone in this position, is my voice still ASMR? Just wondering. Or does it sound like quieter now? Paper computer games. Heck yeah. We've got the Epic logo. Welcome to the... Epic says it's good. Oh, sweet. It sounds really deep, but I like it. Awesome. Okay. Welcome to the Shogun Chronicles. This book contains the complete timeline of the Shogun sector from the beginning to the far future. I've included games by all creators in the community, and that means future games by anyone too. I plan to update this book every now and then with an updated timeline, cover, and art, so stay tuned and keep creating. If you would like to find out more information about any of these games, yay! We've got this nice map of Shogun sector. It's beautiful. We've got Gango, Totan, the stars called Mesgomorth. We've got, what is that, Byworld? Kolbaz, Ico, Bubble World, Globotris, Buff's Biodome. Interesting. A lot of these I don't know. I think like a lot more worlds have been added to Shogun since I've first been introduced to it. We've got Ghost Tax, that one I know. Sorius IO, don't know that one. Or Torquillas. I don't know why I said that one in Spanish, but Gangladesh 307, Benvex. But yeah. Behind the screens. I love this. I'm digging this here. Here, let me put my arm around this so that. Is that better? Is chat saying anything? I need to fix some things on the book-like formats. Fair enough. The only kind of book I would be interested in, says Neon PCGs. Epic says it's pronounced Booble World. Actually, that's my friend's planet. Ah, cool. All right. When I first... This is just going to have to go in front. There's no other way. There is just no other way. Sorry, you guys. When I first started creating my trading card games, I wanted to create a universe for my characters in the game. So I created the Shogun universe. The phone is getting in my way. I can't see the book. Dang it! Why? It's like, it feels like there's just no way to, like, why is it so hard to have a phone just here so that it can see what I'm seeing? I'm so annoyed. Like, all right, well, so here's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna put the book, go to a desk, no. I'm gonna put the book, like here, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put this over here. And then I'm gonna use the iPad and I'm going to go onto YouTube and access chat that way. So you're like literally, but my internet's not working? You gotta be kidding me. Can't just one thing freaking work. Why is my internet not working? Back online, okay. Alright, Paper Computer Games is live. Okay. Zach's got it. Oh, is it? It's facing that way? There we go. Okay. Cool tree, thank you. Alrighty. Now, this looks like, all right. I think it can see. All right, yeah, that looks good. Okay. Can you guys hear my voice okay still? All right. So let us read the book. Move the camera to the side a bit. How's that? That fixes perfect, Zach. Excellent. Okay, so yeah, let's read this. When I first started creating my trading card games, I wanted to create a universe for all my characters in the game. So I created the Shogun universe. After getting into PCGs, I quickly decided that Shogun should be accessible to all PCG characters in the Mesdora corridor. That's like the area of space in the PCG universe that my game Balzac Lobotron takes place in. But anyway, so I plopped down a portal on Shri and stated that it was the only entrance to the Shogun universe. After realizing this wasn't the best plan, I decided to flat out connect the Shogun universe to the PCG universe, thus making a sector of it. Somewhere along the lines, the name changed to Shogun, which I thought sounded a lot better, so I just rolled with it instead of correcting Zach's wiki error. I did not even realize this until I saw this page of this book. I did not know that I had originally made a mistake and written it as Shogun. I just thought that was the name of it. So when I'm reading this and it says Shogon, I was legit like about to like uh like I looked at just this section when Epic first sent me the file of this, just this page, and I was about to like correct Epic. I was like, wait, Shogon, that's a typo, you misspelled it. And then I got to this part and I'm like, oh, oh my, I messed up and permanently messed up the name of Epic's planet. But if Epic likes it better, that's cool by me. But still, it's just funny. Um, let's see what chat's saying. Deep lore right there. Seriously. Throughout 2022, I made 100+ games in Shogun, and well, most of them were just fun little games for my friends to play. But that quickly changed, because in 2023, I made it my goal to flesh out the Shogun sector and add lots of lore to it, and so I did. This book was one of the first steps in achieving that, but I plan to do so much more. Now, at the time of this book's creation, I have over 300 PCGs, and I'm only just getting started. Quite a few of my games do not take place in Shogun, so I will include a few that are semi-related, but for the most part, those will be left out. All right, so we've got Ancient Times. This is so beautiful. Check out this beautiful color page over here. All right, Ancient Times. Birth of Shogun by Epic Worlds PCG. One fateful day, a being known only as the Peanut Patron gazed upon a blank... Oh, yeah, it was the Peanut Patron. Oh, that's right. Oh, I just learned that recently and I forgot. But yeah, a being known only as the Peanut Patron gazed upon a blank patch of promising space. He used his immense powers and began to create a sector that would change the PCG universe forever. This sector would be known as Shogun. Archmage Victorious by Zach. Location unknown. So this is a game I made, and it's not set on Shogun, but this is like set on Earth, but it's gonna like play into the events on Shogun. So it says, Cal, John's father, is on his deathbed, reminiscing over his beautiful life with his wife Keisha, but before he can die a peaceful death, his arch nemesis, the Archmage, walks in. The Archmage at this time was not Teddy, but a different host. The Archmage whispers to Cal, "Once you have died, I will have your son, and there is nothing you can do." But then Cal remembers that he can just say save game. In the hopes of fixing this, Cal goes back to a series of battles with the Archmage, but is unable to prevent the Archmage from stealing his son John. Archmage's apprentice. The Archmage gets John and raises him for many years, teaching him combat and how to survive in this cruel universe. All is going well for the Archmage until John finds out that the Archmage was his father's biggest enemy. John, feeling betrayed, runs to a portal. After going through it, John loses all memory and wakes up on the planet Shri. There, John spends the next few years fighting against the evil Croden regime. That's an awesome Archmage. So this is cool lore. I do like how the Archmage's apprentice ties into Archmage Victorious and connects it to the mainline, Shogun lore. I was not expecting that to happen, but that is a really cool connection. Okay, so escape the Croden. After John was caught trying to steal weapons from the Croden and give them to anti-Croden rebels, he was imprisoned and tortured by the Croden, Zuvak. He somehow escaped and met up with Zuvak, who is not his normal self because the Croden reprogrammed him for evil. John later encountered the... So, by the way, this takes place during the period, like in my PCGs, where there was like a 1,000-year period where Zuvak was, had been reprogrammed by the Croden and sent back in time, and he was a torturer for them for many years. So this would be during that. John later encountered a Great in a coma. The Croden... So this is all happening on planet Shri, which is, the planet I created. But John, who I guess is sort of from Gondo, was sent to Shri at some point during his adolescence. So in this game, Archmage's apprentice he goes through a portal which takes him to Shri, and now he's on Shri, and now he has to solve that. Epic says Zach is a big part of Shogun's beginnings. I suppose I am. Neon says, bye, I'm going to make a video. All right, good luck, Neon. That's awesome. Looking forward to seeing it. King Froggy says, Epic, in the next edition, you should include dates like ACR and BCR. Epic says, maybe, Froggy, but dates to me are pointless. I just like the stories, not dates. Fair enough. Okay, so the Kroden were using this grate to extract... So the grate are like these giant beings who used to attack Shri thousands of years ago. So John is finding this one in a coma. So the Kroden were using a grate to extract its DNA to recreate them for war. John does end up escaping after fighting a few Kroden guards, and when he gets to the roof exit, he sees Ginkis on top of his tower holding his staff up high. Nice. So then we've got John on Shri. So we've got 2 John Shri games. So John is wanted by the Kroden for aiding the Zerelta. He's trapped on a rooftop when a Kroden search ship spots him. John jumps over the ship and runs toward the Tower of N, where he finds a portal. John goes through and wakes up in the Shogun sector. In the Tower of N, it's noted that John meets the ghost of Zigori, Ganakos' daughter. So yeah, Zigori is the daughter of Ganakos, and Ganakos, well, he seems to sort of be like a version of Ginkis who lived 1,000 years, or more than 1,000, like thousands of years ago on Shri. John goes through the portal and comes out the other side on Gondo. All memories come back to him, and he realizes that this whole time he was from Shogun, not Shri. He remembers about the Archmage, and just like that, the Archmage appears stating, I've been waiting quite some time for you, John. John tries to defeat him and does succeed, but John knows he will be back. John heads to Kovian City, but before he's able to step foot in the city, the Archmage decides to blow the whole thing up. The Archmage would later blame this on the Hento, thus starting the war between the Hento and the Kova. Oh my god, that fiend, the Archmage, is responsible for that whole war. John explores the wreckage of the city, and there he finds Granny. Oh hey, it's Granny. She tells John that the Archmage cursed her to live forever so that she could tell of his great deeds so he would never be forgotten. Alright, so we've got Battleship Mayhem. The location is Earth. Alright. Epic Worlds BCG wakes up on a beach. He sees that a series of fighter jets are coming towards him, so that he acts quickly and jumps onto a nearby bunker. In the bunker is a young man named Teddy who welcomes Epic and becomes good friends with him. Epic takes over one of the planes and destroys the evil battleship in the sea. Epic saves the day and gains some reputation. This is Blaze PCG's first game and also the first appearance of Teddy. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. That's why it's included here, because even though it's an Earth PCG and it's about Epic Worlds PCG, Teddy is in it, and so therefore it's an important story. Okay, cool. Old Island. Well, that's a cool island. Look, once again, an Earth story. Epic takes the plane he captured from the last game to an island to refuel, but he finds Harold the evil ghost is there. This was before Harold turned completely evil. When he's still very stupid, Epic simply becomes acquaintances with Harold and moves on. Epic later finds fuel, restores the ship, and continues on his adventures. Ooh, and then we've got Dark Venvac Pocket PCG. Okay, so, so this takes place on Gondo, and it just says Dark Venvac is created by the Gondo wizard and goes through a series of tests. That is epic. Dark Venvac, clearly is an evil version, of Zuvak. Let's see what chat is saying. Epic says, this is a fun little stream. Glad you like the book. Hopefully it will fill you in on this. Yeah, absolutely. This is an essential source of info. This is very interesting. Wait, can I actually? I wonder if I can zoom in. I zoomed in on the wrong. Dang it. Okay. Well, I guess I'll zoom out. Shogun characters book coming next. Sweet, dude. Court on the Guard. Location Gondor by Harn the Viking Productions. Okay. So Epic tries to get past Cordon, but he has to give him his items to get past. Alright, that just sounds like a random mini PCG. That guy seems cool, though. Sunken Grave by Sunken Sword PCGs. It takes place on Gondo. Epic is on Gondo when he's captured by a group of marsh pirates that seem to have an Umbrian captain. Oh, shoot. Epic escapes and throws the captain's hat into the sea, causing him to disappear. Oh, that's cool. It's an Umbrian with, like, a hat instead of a mask. That's awesome. It's noted that the mark of the Archmage can be seen on one of the ship's masts. Ooh, that's cool. I like this whole, like, side, you know, scrolling kind of. This seems like a really cool PCG. So good job, Sunken Sword PCGs. Oh, hey, Unleashed PCG, how's it going? Epic says these mini entries are from my dad's D&D thing. Ah, gotcha. So wait, Epic, when it says location Gondor, that's a typo for Gondo, right? Or is there actually a place called Gondor? Because, like, in Lord of the Rings, there's a place called Gondor. Alright, let's go on. So, wait. We are still in ancient times, right? So, okay, this is still, like, prequel era stuff, I guess. Epic says, oh, it is Gondor from LOTR. Okay, cool. So why is Court on the Guard significant to the? I guess, like, if it's, I guess Court on the Guard is probably going to become significant to the Shogun story later on. All right, so let's keep going. Cannibal Cove. After throwing the Shadow Captain's hat off the ship, the vessel sank without reason. So this is once again like a sequel to the other one by Sunken Sword PCGs, a sequel to Sunken Grave. Okay, so we've got Cannibal Cove now. After throwing the Shadow Captain's hat off the ship, the vessel sank without reason. Epic climbed into a piece of driftwood and ended up on a deserted island, or so he thought. Later that night, Epic was ambushed by cannibals, but made it off the island thanks to the help of Peanut Patron. Oh, and then we've got the Archmage Awakens comic by Wiseau. This one takes place on Earth, but it says this comic explains how Teddy became infected by Raal Graxin. Okay, so we've got the whole comic in here. 50 years ago, when Teddy was in his 20s, ding dong, ooh, dinner must be here. Whoa, he like falls into a hole. Where am I? You could have all the power in the world. I'm Raal Graxin, but some call me the Archmage. I am Supremacy. Teddy had become the host of Raal Graxin and was now the most evil being in the universe. That's epic. Epic says Wiseau's stories are so good. They are. All right. We've got Epic opens a portal. Location Gondor once again. During Epic's great adventure through the world of Gondor, he meets many new friends and foes and decides to take some of them back to Shogun through a portal. One of the beings he faces is the legendary Disc Spartan whom Epic manages to defeat and later steals his treasure. All right, cool. So wait, is this a D&D mini adventure by your dad also? Because this is in Gondor, and like it seems to continue from Court and the Guard, right? Well, it says Harn the Viking Productions. This one, it just doesn't specify who made it. So I get, like, Epic says, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So then we've got Conflicting Personalities, comic by Wiseau. After a few days of causing chaos without even knowing it, Teddy, infected by Raal Graxon, gets exiled to Gonda, where he will stay for quite some time. Alright, so we've got Conflicting Personalities. Well, it's about daytime. I suppose my parasitic form doesn't last forever. What happened? What is this outfit? What have I done? You're being exiled to Gonda for your atrocities against Earth. Wait! And so, what did I ever do to deserve this? Nothing, really. Wait! And so the tale of the Archmage continues. The tale of the PCG universe's most tragic host to a parasite with ever-growing strength. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Poor Teddy. Oh, no. Wait, what's, sorry, I'm, like, looking what, chat is saying. Epic says, its most notable characters from his huge campaigns we played when I was young. Ah, sweet. Okay, cool. We've got the Archmage's First Scheme, once again by Wiseau. The Archmage's First Scheme, formerly Teddy Williams. Wait, his last name is Williams? He's got a last name now? It's good to be bad, but how shall I establish a reputation as bad? Poof. That was easy. Half of my subconscious wants me to stop, though, so I might have to act like Teddy literally does not exist. The robe might need a switch-up, but otherwise, the Archmage is in business! Oh-ho! This whole early Archmage era has Archmage in a red costume. The description says, after arriving at Gondo, the Archmage sets to work and tries to fight his subconscious, Teddy. Eventually, Teddy stops trying to fight Raal Graxon and lets him consume him. He also changes the color of his robe from red to blue. Epic meets the Great Council. Location, Gondor. Epic explores a strange dungeon. He finds a table with a group surrounding it. They appear to be frozen. A gong is nearby, so Epic hits it, and all of a sudden, the Great Council awakens. Alright, so we continue the Gondor adventure. Demo game Danny's Quest by Epic Worlds BCG. This one takes place on Totan. A lonely cowboy named Deadshot Dan is awoken to an intense banging on his door. Dan checks it out and finds that a sentient cactus has been disrupting his property. Dan kills the cactus and proceeds to check the rest of his property, but he accidentally stumbles into an old temple where he unearths an ancient demigod. After realizing his land is no longer safe, he decides to buy a spacecraft and get off-world. So this is our first time seeing Titan chronologically, right? Demo game Danny's Quest. Sentient cactus. Demo game Connor's Epic Adventure of Dreams, also by Epic. Location, Dream Realm. A young man named Connor goes to bed, but moments later, he wakes up in a dream world. A giant talking building greets Connor, but he seems more interested in the portal tree. Oh, hey. Connor finds a fig whom he befriends, promising to take him to the Great Mouth. Oh, hey. Connor and the fig navigate the portals and survive the horrific dream. Alrighty. Oh, hey. King Froggy first says, I even made a book, so now there's 5 physical PCG books. That's awesome. Wait, 5? Wait. What book did you make? 5 physical PCG books. There's PCG Chronology, Shogun Chronicles, the AI one I made, does the comic count? I guess it's a comic, not a book. So, yeah, just PCG Chronicles, not Chronicles, Chronology, Shogun Chronicles, AI book. What else? All right. Anyway, let's see. Fig Quest by Epic Worlds PCG. Location unknown. It's a novel made on Amazon. Yes, the comic counts. Okay. King Froggy, do you want to publish it on the PCG shop too? You can send it to me, and I'll publish it for you there as well. Also, you should send me the link on Amazon so I can buy it or whatever. But anyway, Fig Quest by Epic Worlds PCG. Oh man, hey, check that out. Sequel to Connor's Epic Adventure of Dreams. Oh, so it's a Fig Quest is a sequel to this demo game. Okay. Connor keeps his promise and ends up taking Fig to the Great Mouth. But before he can do that, he must get past a series of harsh puzzles and traps to prove himself unworthy of the Great Mouth. When Connor does finally get to the Great Mouth, he has a sudden change of heart and decides to keep Fig alive. Fig is mad because it's the greatest honor to get sacrificed to the Great Mouth. True. The Great Mouth tries to eat the pair, but they escape and get off planet safely. Fig and Connor decide to become a heroic duo. Oh, dang. So wait. Okay, so Connor is this guy from the last game. We haven't seen him before that. Okay. Didn't have any Chris PCGs in here, so here's a small game. That's hilarious. You wanted to put something by Chris in, but he didn't make anything Shogun related, so you just put a random. This scene is set on Mars, by the way. It looks cool, but yeah. The Three Keys. Oh, hey, I know that one. This game is a massive exploration game of the three major planets in Shogun. So it's Gondo, Gorgath, and Totan. Spadino and John, the main characters, go from planet to planet, fighting, exploring, and learning about the different cultures, characters, and religions in Shogun. They're searching for a key on each planet, and once they get there, they can unlock the Krovek staff, which gives them immense power. Spadino then creates Spidorial Bot in this game. Oh, shoot. Spidorial Bot. Wait, is Connor a character or a person? He's both. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this is a common PCG thing, Froggy, where real people get made into characters. I mean, in PCG Anniversary Special 2, I play as Zach, so that's both a character and a person, right? Anyway, so we've got another Gondor game. Epic meets Hashish. So Epic meets Hashish for the first time in a strange dungeon on planet Gondor. Planet Gondor? Gondor's a planet? Interesting. Isn't wait. Is that just your dad's version of it? Or because in Lord of the Rings, Gondor, wasn't that a kingdom or something? I'm not a super big Lord of the Rings expert, but I think Gondor was supposed to be a kingdom, but the place as a whole is called Middle Earth. Is that correct? Epic says, yeah, it's my dad's version. Ah, gotcha. And so in your dad's version, the whole planet is called Gondor? That's cool. Froggy says, yeah, I know, Chris, Zach, Ari, Kurt, etc. Yeah, true. Epic says, he made these games when he was young, and I played them years later. But wait, Epic, you said these are D&D games, but these pictures, they look like PCGs. Were they sort of PCG-like in a way? Anyway. Epic meets Hashish for the first time in a strange dungeon on planet Gondor. He teams up with Hashish, who is simply fishing at the time, and the two become very powerful together. But Hashish breaks away and decides to move to Totan. Yes, his name is Hashish. Alright. Doomsday by Blaze PCGs. Location unknown planet. John wakes up on a strange planet only to find that an asteroid will soon hit it. The planet is desolate, but he manages to find an old man named Teddy who says, "I want to die on this planet. I'm too troubled to move on." Oh, Teddy. John saves the old man anyways, and the two make it off the planet safely. So, wait. Blaze PCGs, he was the one who created Teddy / the Archmage, right? Like, chronologically, which was the game that had the first appearance of... Not chronologically, but like... It says here, this was Blaze PCG's first game and also the first appearance of Teddy. Okay, so Blaze PCG's made this and then this, and that's when we find out more about the Archmage. But now we have newer stories like Wizo's games, which take place in between, which fill out the Archmage's backstory. So I guess the Archmage's story is that, or Teddy's story, I should say, is that here in Battleship Mayhem, like, he just hangs out with this guy Teddy, and he and Epic become friends. And then after that, Teddy gets confronted by Raal Graxin and taken over by him. And then after that, we get Doomsday, where Teddy wants to die. That makes sense. Epic says, kinda, yeah, he only drew them for the most notable things. I'll make a video about them in the future. Sweet. Gotcha. Yeah, so it's like a D&D campaign, but for like notable sections, he would draw a little PCG-like illustration. That makes sense. But yeah, anyway, Return of the Aliens by Epic Worlds PCG. Location, Shogun Sector, just generally, I guess. This is a really cool cover, by the way. But, after escaping from Doomsday, John and Teddy get captured by the Unknown, a race of aliens from Epic Underworlds, TCG. John escapes and saves Teddy too, but in the cell next to Teddy is the Archmage. John blinks and he is gone. A rogue unknown guard helps John and Teddy get off the ship, and the two head to Gondo. So, yeah, I've been hearing about these unknown, but I don't know what they are. Like, are they like, is this them? Are they sort of like the Shogun version of, like... Well, I guess they might not be from Shogun, but regardless, are they, like, similar to, like, the Greys? You know, like the sort of, stereotypical aliens who abduct people? Or are they, like, different than that? King Froggy says, we stand Shogun Chronicles. Yes, we do. Epic says, they are aliens from my TCG I made when I was, like, 4, and then remade in Epic Wars TCG. Nice. Alright. But, anyway... Let's see. Anyway, after escaping from Doomsday, John and Teddy get captured by the Unknown. John escapes and saves Teddy too, but in the cell next to Teddy is the Archmage. John blinks and he's gone. Okay. A rogue unknown guard helps John and Teddy get off the ship, and the two head to Gondo. All right. So then we get a forgotten friendship in a forgotten time. This one I know. This one is, the location is Future Lab, so this would be on Shanxi. After the Kroden get their hands on the Sphere Tech, their leader, Grotto Grotto the 18th decides to hire Future Lab to create a Sphere Child army for him. Future Lab agrees. Things start to go wrong when one of the Sphere children, Gory, decides to rebel. Due to his actions, Gory was banished and thrown into one of the oceans on Ico. Gory would stay there for many years, frozen in ice. Yeah, so this ties into the lore of my PCG, Balzac Lobotron. Like, the Croton and Grotto, that's like from the planet Shri. And that's like the rebellion against Ginkis. But, you know, they had created these Sphere Children. And this one, Gory, is a Sphere Child created by Epic, who, you know, is part of the Sphere Children, which I created, but he's one that's going to be significant in Shogun. What day is it today? I don't know. It's the 24th. Under the Sea by Ocean PCGs. That's fitting. Location, underwater city on Gondo. Awesome. Epic explores the strange yet fascinating underwater city of Trantic. While he's there, he discovers a murder, meets Larry the Eel, and plays Jeopardy. Sweet. That sounds cool. Alright, let's, The Frozen Blade. Oh, hey, I played that one. The Frozen Blade by Epic Worlds PCG. Location, Ico. Hat Kid is heading to Zoniat. So Hat Kid is one of Kurt's characters. Hat Kid is heading to Zoniat when his ship hits a frozen asteroid. In a moment of panic, he decides to crash land his ship on Ico. On Ico, Hat Kid runs into a nearby cave to escape the bitter cold, where he finds a sphere child frozen in ice. We learned from the game of Forgotten Friendship and Forgotten Time that Gory was banished there many years ago after opposing Future Lab. The Hat Kid awakens the sphere child named Gory and realizes that was a big mistake. Gory breaks away and swears that he will bring chaos to the PCG universe and get revenge on Future Lab. Zuvak comes to Ico, breaks the wall of the cave, and ends up saving Hat Kid from the wrath of Gory. That was fun. I was playing that PCG, so I believe myself to be responsible for unleashing Gory on the PCG universe. Epic says, I love Gory. Under the Sea was my sister's only big PCG. Wait. Oh, right. Ocean PCG is your sister. I totally forgot. That is awesome. Anyway, Gory raises an army. Gory teams up with the Hento, Clomberant, and other evil forces of Shogun in an attempt to take over the Shogun sector completely. During this time, Kova, the only other major city in Gondo, also starts to build an army to try to stop Gory. Rutrow. Buff and Tough PCG story by Epic Worlds PCG, location Gondo. So Buff was gifted. Okay, so I guess these are two like farmers. Buff was gifted Bowl of Generations by a god. Okay, he's always protected it and used it for good. Meanwhile, Tough, Buff's brother, wants to use the bowl to create an army to take over planet Gondo. Buff hates his brother for this, so ever since they were children, they've been fighting over the bowl. Each time Buff wins because he's stronger. Buff occasionally allows other beings to use his bowl, but only for good. Buff has made it his life goal to protect the sacred bowl from any evil that may come. Nice. That sacred bowl. Tiger Series Game 1. Alright. By Epic Worlds PCG. Location not afar. Ooh, new planet. A new character, HMB Tiger, decides to embark on an amazing helicopter trip. All is going well until the engines die and he's forced to land it on a nearby floating island. He successfully lands, but realizes the island he's just landed on is covered with dangerous and annoying creatures like the sleeping guy, who just loves to slap people off the island. HMB Tiger manages to get past one of the island's natives, Finley, by promising to give him a crystal when he comes back. HMB never did give him that crystal. HMB goes through a portal and pops out in the next game. Okay, so then we've got Tiger Series Race to the Door, also on Natafar by Epic. HMB Tiger awakens on a new series of floating islands. He meets Lopsy the Cloudy. Oh, hey! Lopsy the Cloudian from my Clouded Hopes games. He meets Lopsy the Cloudian, who helps him beat Finley from the last game, who HMB betrayed. He later faces the sleeping guy again, and comically presses the big red button that ends up dropping an iron on him. HMB makes it to the door, which leads him to the next game. Tiger Series Game 3. HMB finds himself on a spaceship blocked by an unknown guard and a Wonder Bread guard. He insults the Wonder Bread guard, who simply can't take it, and turns into toast. Then HMB manages to kill the unknown guard and finds a hidden key that leads to a portal guarded by the fat guy. Oh, hey. It is yet to be explained why HMB was trapped in this portal loop. Good old Wonder Bread. That was a Chris creation. Epic says, darn, that image is right at the top. Crap. Oh, it seems fine. Tiger Series Game 4. HMB Tiger uncovers a top-secret Hento operation which plans to build a tower of mass destruction. HMB manages to steal the plans and therefore saving Gondo from future destruction. Cool. Tiger Series Game 5. It's interesting how there's nothing in between the Tiger Series games. Like, up to this point, it's like back and forth between a lot of things, but I guess like the Tiger Series games are just like super closely like connected to each other. But anyway, Tiger Series Game 5. This one is on Benvex. On his quest for V-Bucks, HMB stops at the planet Benvex to look. The planet is filled with absurd vegetation and abandoned buildings. There, he meets Teddy, who attempts to sell HMB some of his purple candy, which he claims will make HMB strong. He refuses and later meets Buff. Buff allows HMB to use his magic bowl, which lets you pull practically anything out of it. HMB finds an abandoned spaceship, which doesn't seem to work. He finds an engine and gets the ship to work. He makes it off-world and locates the planet where his V-Bucks are, which is Saturn. Okay, sweet. Tiger Tunnel. Once again by Epic. Oh, this is a cool cover. Location Gondo. HMB somehow got to Gondo again, where he's dared to go inside a creepy tunnel. He does so, but finds the tunnel is infested with strange traps and creatures. At the end, HMB falls through a water portal and ends up in a strange cave where he gets held hostage by the sussy lightsaber boy. Alright. Corn Conflict Catalyst. Location Gondo by Epic. Generic 2016. I love how like people like in universe have like screen names as their names, right? Generic _16. Like you're walking down the street. Hey, I'm Zach. Nice to meet you. What's your name? I'm generic _16. Ugh. Anyway, so but that's sort of the fun of PCGs, you know, or not the fun of it, but like it's, you know, some PCGs are more serious, but then other ones like just bring all these in-jokes into it and like are kind of meta, you know, in a way. And it kind of like, you know, I don't know, it kind of breaks the fourth wall and it's like kind of like, I don't know, it's fun. Epic says HMB games doesn't make sense, but they were super fun, so I included them. Sweet. Generic 2016 is exploring a hazardous farm on the planet Gondo when he uncovers some evil plans. The Archmage at that time was using the farm to experiment on. Apparently, the Archmage had been collecting the cornstalks to create a cornstalk army. Generic stops his plans, but before stumbling upon another evil scheme, he finds HMB captive by the sussy lightsaber boy. Generic decided to do literally nothing, and HMB was blown to bits. HMB Tiger was playing this PCG at this time, so it was interesting to see that he didn't try to save his own character. Oh, that is hilarious. HMB let HMB die. All right, then. Ooh, we get into Castle of Terror, and this is quite the entry. Check that out. All right, stuff is getting real now. Castle of Terror by Epic Worlds PCG. Location Kolbaz. Spadino is exploring the planet Kolbaz to collect intel for an unknown organization, but it appears the planet is half covered with ghosts, and he quickly tries to escape from the ghost zone to the safe zone of the planet. He comes up to a border patrol, but instead of just asking for permission, he flat out kills Jerry the border guard and takes his motorcycle. He arrives at a strange-looking castle and decides to go inside for protection from the ghosts, but the moment he enters, he is attacked by one. Spadino, accompanied by his trusty robot Spidorial Bot, works together to get past all the evil creatures within the castle. The two make it to the last room, but they are surrounded by ghosts everywhere. Spadino finds a flamethrower and obliterates the ghosts around him, leaving only one ghost left, Harold. Harold at first is very sad and confused as to why Spadino killed... Wait. I'm sorry. I think I was spacing out during reading this. Let me start over so I can actually pay attention to what's going on. Spadino is exploring the planet Kolbaz to collect intel for an unknown organization, but appears... Okay, I got that part. Quickly tries to escape from the ghost zone to the safe zone. He comes up to a border patrol, but instead of just asking for permission, he flat out kills Jerry, the border guard, and takes his motorcycle. Dang! He arrives at a strange-looking castle and decides to go inside for protection from the ghosts, but the moment he enters, he's attacked by one. Spadino, accompanied by his trusty robot Spidorial Bot, works together to get past all the evil creatures within the castle. The two make it to the last room, but they're surrounded by ghosts everywhere. Spadino finds a flamethrower and obliterates the ghosts around him, leaving one ghost left, Harold. Harold at first is very sad and confused as to why Spadino killed his friends, but being the stupid ghost he is, Spadino convinces him that Harold somehow killed his own friends and not him. Later, Spadino gets trapped in a tomb with Mercado coins in it, but Harold saves him and does not give him any reward, which causes Harold to get very angry and leave the castle through a portal, which Spadino and Spidorial Bot follow through. This game was later remastered by Epic. Alright. Poor Harold. Dang. Then we've got Forest of Terror. So, Castle of Terror was on Kolbaz. This one is now on Gondo. Neon PCGs is back. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for joining again. Spadino and Spidorial Bot get shot out of a portal and into a forest. A nearby local named Jessavens welcomes them and even gives them some furs to blend in with the ghosts. I guess the portal just took them to Gondo. And the group trudges towards the dark forest in search of Harold. They come across some ghosts that have enslaved some of the locals. Spadino decides to ignore them, simply moving on. Dang, Spadino's the worst. Jessavens, hurt by Spadino's indifference, leaves the group. Spadino comes across an abandoned outpost and decides to explore it, but when he enters, he's confronted by a series of traps and ghosts. Spadino travels to the top of the disheveled outpost and confronts Harold, who is still mad at Spadino for not being a kind friend. Epic says Terror series were fun. Awesome. Or was I? Abandoned outpost, decides to explore, but when he enters, he's confronted by a series of traps and ghosts. Spadino travels to the top of the disheveled outpost, so I guess this is the outpost over here. And confronts Harold, who is still mad at Spadino for not being a kind friend. Spadino tries to kill Harold, who just cries and leaves, still hurt by Spadino's betrayal. Spadino's just the worst, my goodness. Spadino heads after him, and the two fall through another portal. Epic says, if you think Spadino is bad, you will not be ready for the wolf section. Oh no! Oh no! Mansion of Terror. Location Gondo, Parlith Swamp. Spadino and Spidorial Bot are still hot on Harold's tail, but they come across a massive mansion that they immediately enter without hesitation. Inside the mansion, they find Pinch Zoid Crabicus in a small fish tank, put there to guard Harold. The duo navigates through the rest of the trapped mansion until they come across Harold, who is no longer weak or stupid. No, this version of Harold is powerful and evil, warped by pain and suffering. Uh-oh. Without even speaking words, Harold goes invisible and torments the duo. Spadino uses some potions and ends up defeating Harold, causing him to flee the premises, I guess. Spadino and Spadorial Bot realize they can't keep chasing him. He will always escape somehow. I guess Harold got angry after they kept betraying him. I mean, fair enough, right? Alright, then we've got Mountain of Terror by Epic Worlds PCG, location Gondo, Telot Mountain. Spadino and Spadorial Bot decide to go to Telot Mountain for their next adventure, but they're immediately surrounded by the Hento army. The duo fights them off and runs to the safety of the mountain. Spadino finds a secret base within the mountain where ghosts are building a mutant army. The mutant ghosts are covered in green bubbles. Spadino realizes he must contain it before it outbreaks and destroys Gondo. He ends up being successful and saving Gondo. Yay! Green bubbles, though. My goodness, that is... like, that is terrifying. Mutant ghosts covered in the green bubbles. That is really dangerous. Tribal War. John goes to Totan to explore, but he ends up getting captured by the Hento, and thrown into an arena. Okay, so we are finally back to John, I guess. So he goes to Totan to explore, but ends up getting captured by the Hento and thrown into an arena where he has to fight for his life against some beastly creatures. Ruh-roh. This game introduces a plethora of new characters and paints the landscape of what Totan looks like. Awesome. This looks like a classic Epic cover. Like, this is one of the early ones, but this still looks really cool. I still, like, this is a really, like, cool design. And Totan looks cool with its double rings, which, like, you know, I don't know, it's just cool. Bubble Man appears. After being teleported into the past, as seen in Bubble World 4, Bubble Man awakens on planet Gondo. It is unknown what it is he does. Alrighty. And we finally arrive at Mech Strike. So Mech Strike was Epic Worlds PCG's first ever paper computer game. After seeing my stream, Epic, like, during the stream, made this PCG, and that's Mech Strike. Mech Strike was the first PCG ever created by Epic. Its location is Gondo. And with this game brought the first appearance of the mechs, who are a race of robotic beings who were created by the Gondo wizard. A group of travelers attempt to regain control over an abandoned Kovian warbase. The group is successful and also is mentored by Tutorial Bot, who brings them to success. Yay! Awesome. The Abyss by Epic Worlds PCG. Location Gondo. The same group of adventurers from Mech Strike go back to Gondo to fight more evil. Okay, so The Abyss is like the direct sequel. While they're there, they find some floating islands, fight Turret Joe, and meet Zuvak. Oh, hey! The group stumbles into a cave system where they fight a lizard-like creature and then take on the legendary Big Dragon, Ruh-roh. That dragon looks freaking cool. Look, check out that giant eye. My goodness. So then we've got Heart of War by Epic Worlds PCG. And it says Henrik Riverfought gets recruited by the Kovian army. He then goes on a rampage and takes down a whole Hento warbase by himself. He goes down in Gondo history as the most skilled warrior of all time. Arx the Varx appears in this game as a traitor for the Kovian army. Oh, shoot. Sweet. Good old Henrik River fought. So then we get the unending battle. Oh, man, This is awesome, but I wish I had given you a higher quality picture of the Unending Battles cover. My bad. Wait, this is set to top messages. I should change this to all messages. You guys are still there, right? Because nobody's saying anything. If you guys are still there, you should say stuff like, you know, I don't know, heckle me. Like, correct me on lore I get wrong. Ask questions, you know, yeah, stuff like that. I don't know. Okay, sweet. Okay, so the unending battle. Two ancient enemies, Razorfoss from the Hento and Galendric, a Kovian, begin a battle that will simply go on forever. A house is built where they battle each day, and there's even a referee and a historian to keep track of the battle. The site becomes a big tourist attraction. Years go by of fighting, and the two fall in love, but they can only love each other when they're not fighting in their unending battle. A girl that just pops into existence explores their house and history in complete shock because she was sent to end the battle, but it seems neither of them really want to kill each other. They just fight because they're loyal to their side. True. And this is Zark's first appearance. Zark's the Varks. So then we've got this pumpkin dude, and that, I think that's Beto. But, yeah, I don't know. They're just kind of there. They're just kind of like chilling at the bottom of the page. Then we got School of Secrets. All right. We're about a quarter of the way through the book. Epic says, yes, Zarks. Epic says, I just like you reading and not me interrupting you. Yeah, but, like, that is true, but it does make for a better stream if you interrupt. All right. I'm going to have to take a break from reading to go, because, like, my legs are super, super energetic, and lying here has become difficult. So, I don't know. It's up to you guys. Do you think that like I should? Yeah, I gotta play PCG, so that's fine. All right, fair enough. Do you think I was gonna say? Do you guys think that I should go run on the treadmill while still streaming, or should I go? And then you guys could ask me questions while I'm on the treadmill and see if I have enough breath to answer them, or I could end the stream and we could do this another time. If I do run on the treadmill for a few minutes, then I could come back and read the book after, or we could just come back and do this stream another time. Epic says end. Froggy says end stream. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. That was fun. This is an awesome book. I'm gonna read more of it. I'm not sure if I'll read it on stream. Or if I'll just read it myself, but definitely let me know in the comments what you think I should do. Epic says, Zach, make a PCG on the treadmill, like while I'm on the treadmill, make a PCG. I don't know. I might not be that skilled. Stay up tomorrow, a few hours later, in a few hours. Epic says, glad you like it. Yeah, thanks so much. It is an awesome book. Y'all folks should get this book. It is quite satisfying to have and to read through. It is a lot of fun. So yeah, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you folks are the best, and